let's talk about Spider-Man 2.
It was really freaking awesome. There's a gay couple, and he helps this gay guy ask his boyfriend to homecoming. It was really freaking awesome.
That means you're gay.
Beardo, you want to read some of these super chats you're getting roasted in?
Yeah.
Insomniac Games open world comic book adventure breaks records on PS5. Sony has proclaimed Spider-Man 2 the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game in the company's history. The PlayStation 5 exclusive sold 2.5 million copies on launch day. I kind of talked about this because I said superhero fatigue because, the Marvel's director says that superhero fatigue absolutely exists. And we had Forbes come out with an article basically saying that the Marvels is set to make half of what the first Captain Marvel movie made, and it was because of superhero fatigue. Oh, okay. Interesting how superhero fatigue didn't hurt Spider-Man 2. I think we all expected Spider-Man 2 to sell a lot of copies.
It was going to be huge.
It was always going to be huge. Much like The Last of Us Part 2 was always going to have a huge opening.
Communism.
I've played Spider-Man 2 a little bit, not near as much as Beardo, clearly.
I don't even know if I'm going to sleep.
The game mechanically is very fucking good. It is. From a combat standpoint, it feels like it's trying to be more Arkham with all the gadgets and all of that, but it's fine. It's not a bad thing. My whole problem with it is I don't like playing as Miles Morales. I don't like going back and forth between Peter Parker and Miles Morales. I just want to play as Spider-Man. Why? I don't want to fucking play as Miles Morales. But anyway, Beardo, you're the guy that's played this all the way through. You beat it. You streamed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
What's your overall take on this game?
The amount of times that I said that this game is so much fun. If you did a drinking game, you'd be drunk after about, an hour, 2 hours. The game mechanically is flawless. They actually took out probably about, I'd say, half of the gadgets, plus they added abilities. So each Spider-Man has their own abilities. Miles obviously has his Venom shock powers, his bioelectricity, whatever, and then Peter has his spider robot arms, but also he gets the symbiote abilities later on in the game, which, to me, those symbiote abilities are the most fun, just dumb fun when you get those.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
As far as the story goes, a lot of people saying about the woke stuff in the game, clearly to me, have not had their hands on the game and played the fucking game at all.
Whoa! It's funny you should say that.
There is sprinkles of some stuff that makes you raise an eyebrow, where you're like, that's all right.
Yeah, ha, grown-ups, keep moving your lips without... Well,
all right. They're pushing something here, but it's not in the main story. If you just blow through the main story and you play the main story, there is zero woke stuff in the main story. Now, say what you want about Mary Jane being ugly. Yeah, she looks hideous.
It's a man, baby!
But at least Black Cat's hot. They didn't do that to Black Cat. Black Cat's still a smoke show.
They let her be hot because she's bisexual.
But the thing is, I'm okay with her being bisexual. There is not a single man on the planet who would turn down a three-way with Black Cat. It ain't gonna happen. And if you say you're going to, you're a liar.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You repeat yourself.
But traversal is absolutely insane. The map is twice the size. The web wings add a whole new dynamic. There is a learning curve to it, but once you do it, the game just goes so much faster. You have so much more control when you're web swinging and gliding.
Tally ho.
It's really a game changer once you get used to that web swinging assist turned all the way down. The side missions to me that were a little over the top and did have sprinkles of wokeness was there's a gay couple and he helps this gay guy ask his boyfriend to homecoming. Thoughts? Thoughts, chat?
I couldn't just do flowers or
Thoughts?
chocolate. I got some
What are we
screens
thinking here?
and-
So that was a whole side mission.
Damn it, that's
And that was
cringe,
like-
dude. That
Wow.
is cringe.
Yeah, that was the side mission. So you help this gay dude ask his
Why
boyfriend
is that
to
a
homecoming.
side mission? That's wild.
What the heck is going on here?
Because he's helping out his high school, I guess. There's other missions that you have to do for his high school. There's like four different side missions where Miles has to do stuff to help, problems are happening at his high school.
This is so weird, bro. This is so weird.
That's the whole thing, though, and this is why so many people have a problem with it. They know they can't push it like all directly, so they're putting it as a side so they can get the virtue signaling points, which is what pisses people off about it. If you believe in it, fucking go for it. Make everybody fucking gay in the game and see how your sales are going to be.
Stores are closing at a phenomenal rate.
And that's what makes people so mad about it. It's like, why is it even a side mission? It's there to virtue signal, and that's the problem that people have with it, which is why it's a big turnoff for so many people.
That
from
is
standpoint.
that is one of the black guys that was in the game, and the second black guy for me that honestly I found way more annoying than that homecoming mission was Miles' girlfriend is deaf. Miles' girlfriend has a deaf girlfriend in the game.
You serious?
Nothing wrong with him dating a deaf girl. You know, if he wants to date a deaf girl, that's fine. I don't really fucking care. But it's the fact that the game forces you to play as her.
What? I'm playing as a deaf girl? And there's no audio, too.
Wait, so is this a main mission or
is this a spray paint mission?
Yes.
Spray painting?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah,
a
I saw
side.
that.
This is a side mission. Miles goes to a flower shop to go buy his girlfriend flowers.
Why am I playing as the deaf girl?
What she's doing is she is covering up ugly graffiti with her good-looking graffiti. And there's 3 different walls that you have to spray paint. The mission was so fucking pointless. It was so tone deaf.
Beardo, turn up the game audio.
Like, ironically,
Literally.
Tone deaf.
Tone deaf.
it was tone deaf.
Can't hear.
It was tone deaf because the thing is when you're wearing your headphones and you're playing as her, you can't hear jack shit. They purposely make everything muffled
deaf.
as if you're deaf.
I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, we're playing Spider-Man here.
You can actually hear it, or I guess you can hear it. She can't. Here you
Oh,
go.
no.
What is this? Come on.
Riveting.
I got so annoyed and pissed off during this mission.
What is the point of this, Can-Man? I have no clue.
Like, if you're like, we really want to target the inner city black deaf girl demographic, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, they also need to own a PlayStation 5, and they also need to be really into Spider-Man, and that's who this segment is for. You know?
Yeah.
It just seems really silly.
This is a little silly. This is silly.
So to me, those were really the only 2 black guys. Is that one mission where you have to help the gay couple go to homecoming, and then that fucking forced mission where you have to play as the deaf girl.
Okay, so I will admit I've been talking up this game a lot. I've been very proud of this game so far. This is the first low point of the game.
That really fucking irritated me because the entire time before that, I was loving the game. The story's fantastic. And if you think that this is just Miles 2, like Miles Morales 2 and Peter gets sidelined, that's absolutely not the case. The narrative that this is Miles Morales' second game and Peter's not even in it is just absolutely horseshit. It's just not true. If you're in between main missions, you don't have to play as Miles at all. Except for when Ripa came into my chat, I'm like, all right, it's time to play as Miles Morales. Like, you gotta play as Ripa's
It's really
favorite,
important.
favorite version. Yeah.
Even more than what it has been in the past, everything is an adaptation.
Yeah.
And it's inaccurate and it's unrecognizable. And I think that is why, especially with Marvel DC, they can have a hit game, they can have a hit movie, and you will get zero increase.
Numbers that would get you canceled are now like, no, that's a hit.
You know, with stuff like I'm doing with the Riververse and stuff that other people are doing creatively, I think that's something worth paying attention to. And don't slack on like the continuity element of everything, because fans actually give a shit about that. You can still tell a new story that nobody's read before, but at least the characters are the characters instead of them just being.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
Hey, there's that character that you recognize, but they're completely different. They just may have the suit or they may look like it, and that's about it.
Fearless, fair, brave, and true.
So it's confirmed Spider-Man 2 Middle East version has removed LGBT dialogue, side missions, and all gender spectrum flags. If you're actively removing things from the game to not offend people in certain areas, do you actually believe in what you're doing? And the answer is obviously no.
Cleanses you of wokeness.
This is bizarre. This is bizarre.
So the point being is that I think Spider-Man 2 is going to sell massive. Metacritic, this is Super Mario Wonder. Critic reviews 93. User score is 9.2. Only 800 reviews. And when I say only 800 reviews, it's because Spider-Man has 4,000 reviews, and it's got a 90 on Metacritic and a 9.1 out of 4,000 fucking reviews. That is astronomically high. You cannot undersell that. As much as people are not liking certain aspects of it, and I know it's just Metacritic, but like the consensus is that people are loving Spider-Man 2. That's the consensus across the board.
Man, no, I don't think there was they would have really had to fuck this up.
It's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Yeah.
To make it to where people just didn't like it. You know, they would have had to go out their way.
And she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Final thoughts about Spider-Man 2. It's probably got one of the most epic introductions to a superhero video game, maybe just a video game in general, like the way they just throw you into this Sandman boss fight, this Titan God of War kind of.
It does feel like
boss fight.
it's got a very God of War feel to it. It's pretty cool.
It was really freaking awesome. There'd be sometimes I'm fighting a horde of about 40 or 50 enemies, and once you finally clear it and you just kicked all their ass up, like you feel like, man, I wish there was 50 more. I could take on 50 more right now. It's just so fun. It's satisfying, man. It's oddly satisfying.
That was a good discussion. Good stuff right there. So, Beardo, you want to read some of these super chats you're getting roasted in?
Yeah.
And then we'll go through.
Sure.
I never thought he'd really do that.
Magnum Norris says, Spider Queer sucks Dookie through a straw for 20. Thank you, Magnum Norris.
You should ice that.
Clearly another person who hasn't played the fucking game.
You're trash, Brock. Excuse me?
No, but he did give us $20 so he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
We're just horsing around.
Oh, thanks
No,
for
I
that.
agree with him. I agree with him. I'm not no disrespect, but I agree.
George the Giant Slayer says,